Maxim number 2, right off the bat. Again, Royce has about 200 of these, and there's a couple repeats, and some we have like 3, 3A, 3B. So I believe there's only one Maxim number 2. Women are turned on by displays of male power. Over time, in the last 20, 30, 40 years, I think there's been an effort for equality between the sexes, which, is all good and well. But at the end of the day, I think it's messed up. A lot of men think girls are basically just guys without dicks. And nothing could be further from the truth. They're almost a completely different species. And the polarity, women are turned on by displays of male power. Anything masculine, male, that polarity, the exact opposite of what women are, which is smaller, weaker, more passive. You don't have to actually be in a powerlifting contest or in a fist fight, although these things help when you're talking about displays of male power. But anything that's the exact opposite of women like to see, like, it happened a few times during COVID that girls would say, they never really thought about this, but everybody's working from home, and they hear their husband like chewing somebody's ass out on the phone, which they had never seen before, because he's always doing it at work, and at home he's like their husband. And the girl said, for some reason, I was turned on the rest of the day. There's something about that display of male power, that polarity, and there's no some reason. The reason being that it's the exact opposite of women, who are like cooperative and passive, and things happen to them, and things just happen. But for men, we have to make things happen. We're action takers. So any type of male power display, either physically, and I have one tweet out there like demonstrate. Guys forget, compared to a woman, you're like Superman. Ask a girl to punch you in the chest, and it literally feels like when you see the kittens like battering things with their little puff paws. That's what it feels like. They can hit you as hard as they possibly can, and you don't even feel it. It's absolutely insane, the differential in total body strength and your coordination and your eye-hand speed. And those things are kind of amazing. That's like I always say in one of my tweets, show a little bit of your power, pick her up, throw her on the bed. You can literally throw women. You can hold her, tell her to try to get away. They can't. Sometimes I think it's surprising. They might like watch too many movies where, the girl is an ass kicker, but in reality, it's absolutely impossible for a woman physically to overpower a man without tools or without leverage. So that display of male power turns women on. And whether you do it, there's really 3 ways: physically, where you're physically dominating her, where you're leading her, you're telling her what to do. You're walking into the restaurant first, you check out the order, you put her between you and the server, and, you take the lead. And then there's demonstrations of power where you're projecting your power onto a third party. Like when you're, directing an accident, or when something bad happens and you're making decisions and making things happen and cleaning up a mess, even if you didn't make it, which is pretty much what guys do, is solve problems all day, every day. That's all we do, is solve people's problems. Those 3 methods of displaying your maleness is actually a turn on for women. And that's what we mean by women are turned on by displays of male power. And, like I say, the easiest and funnest is in the bedroom, where you pick them up, toss them, or, do the fake tackle. And I don't mean go full speed, but you can take 2 steps and kind of like punch into a girl and pick her up and throw her on the bed and land on top of her. And it's like, it's almost like grabbing a child. You know, you can pick them up. So mess around with it, test it out. But that Maxim number 2, and these are all not laws, but guidelines. Women are turned on by displays of male power. So let's see what Stan has to say. Stan, you're always good for a comment, man. I'll tell you that. I had a 20-kilogram dumbbell curling with it. The 5'2" girl could lift it up with her arms, with her whole body. It required her whole body. And that's normal. Yeah. And you know, I don't know whether you guys know, but you know, like I do fitness coaching, and I've been doing this for nearly 30 years now. And it wasn't till like 15 years ago. I'd already been doing this for like a good decade. And I've been in the gym for 4 years, but even it really dawned on me because I had a brand new guy and I had a girl that had been with me for a few years. And the guy was still as strong as her on his very first day. Then he hadn't been training ever, but he was still stronger than this girl who had 2 or 3 years under her belt. It's just such a huge disparity in strength. It will amaze you. And, you know, just like I said, you know, ask your girl to punch you in the chest or in the shoulder, and you literally can't even feel it. You're like, oh my God. He said that she couldn't lift it with her whole body. Exactly. It will shock you. Not so much that they're weak, but just the difference in strength levels physically. And like Bunny says, even like eye-hand coordination, which is why girls are always like hitting the curb with their car and doing stupid shit like that. They can't see and they don't know where the corners of their car are. So let's see what else we got going on.